Welcome to the AI for Good Global Summit here in Geneva. I'm now delighted to be joined by Andrew Jenks, who's the Director of Media Provenance at Microsoft. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
We'll talk about the provenance part in a minute, but you're here to take part in some panel discussions. What's the theme?
Well, there's two panel discussions, and the theme of the first one is really how international standards can help with the transparency and disclosure of generative AI. The second one is how standards groups can work together to bring more internationalization and cooperation to those areas.
Because these are essential parts of the AI puzzle.
I think they really are. So these are parts that allow us to talk about transparency of generative AI, which is critically important for people to understand what they're working with.
Now, I said in your titles, media provenance. Tell me about that.
Media provenance is this idea that you can bind basic facts to a piece of media in a way that are cryptographically secure. So if I send you a file with a content credential, as we call it in it, you can be sure that not only did I send it to you, but also that it hasn't been changed in the middle, that it hasn't been altered in any way.
Why is that important?
Well, if you're on X or any other social network and you see a piece of media that purports to come from the BBC or CNN or WDR, it might look exactly like it comes from them, but you have no real way of knowing if that's what they originally published or if it's been altered 9 times and says something completely different now. Our technology gives you a way to be able to confirm that what you're seeing is what was originally published. It gives you some trust signals to determine whether or not to trust a piece of media.
Okay, so like if I'm interested in that, what do I do? Is there like a special filter, or is it a program, or is it I download something and then everything I get from browsing will tell me from this alert about it?
It's an underlying protocol. So different sites support it today, including LinkedIn, TikTok. Meta's announced that they will support it for AI-generated content. But our hope is that over time, it becomes a lot like the lock icon for HTTPS. Something that you just see in your browser that allows you to know that something has been made more secure.
Another area, of course, at this summit is all about AI for good, for social good.
Mm-hmm.
The Sustainable Development Goals. What do you see as relevant?
I think it's been an absolutely fascinating conference. I've seen everything from kickballs that help rehabilitate injured children to lights that help fall detection. It's been really amazing to see the different applications of AI and mind-opening from my little niche of generative AI content to all of the uses that are being done today.
Now, this is your first time you've come to the summit.
It is.
And you've had a couple of days to look around and to see what people are talking about, what they're showing, what the discussions are. What's your take back from that?
I think the applications of AI are endless. The applications of AI for good are endless, but we really have to be careful and make sure that we have the proper safeguards, international standards, and uses in mind when we create these artificial intelligence systems so that all of society benefits from them.
Are we going in the right direction?
I hope so, and I want to make sure that we are.
And how do we do that?
Cooperation. We bring different standards groups together. We bring groups like the ITU, folks from all over the UN member nations together to make sure that we're moving in a progressive way.
Andrew Jenks from Microsoft, thanks so much.
Thank you. It's been great.
And we'll have much more on the AI for Good Global Summit right here, so do stay tuned.